Hey guys, welcome. I'm late today because every time I sat down to try and do this, something interrupted me. The timing just wasn't there. Oh, look at how cute Dylan looks. You know, it's funny because this morning I got into, I'm not a big Paris Hilton fan, I never was, but she has on YouTube, it's like a story about her life, and I was like, looks interesting, let me see what she's got to say. And it was interesting. Um, it was very interesting. This is what I thought was interesting. Basically, the things that have happened in her childhood or how she grew up, and she's telling the story in in the documentary, um, speaks of like going through like a trauma and how it forces people or it makes people to be independent or love freedom, need freedom and longing for freedom, which was interesting because I'm really independent. Like I don't like to ask anybody for fucking anything. And so I like thought about that for myself, but then also a couple of days ago I saw on Instagram somebody posted, it said trauma leads to independence or something like that, and I was like, well, that's interesting that this theme keeps coming up, so it's got to be something I got to explore in myself. But aside from that, I really want to drive this point home because I think it's really important. You know how I hate when people get ripped off. It fucking frosts my ass when people get ripped off. Anyhow, the problem I was having with my car, and I mean, look, I've had problems with Volkswagen since I got this car. The 2006, I never had trouble with Volkswagen. They fixed everything. I don't know what's happened. I don't know if they got in trouble with the diesel thing, and now I don't know. I don't know if they're financially in trouble. I don't know. I never had trouble with Volkswagen until I got this car. But just really important. The flashing check engine light means that you can't drive the car. You can do severe damage to it. So I had it towed to Volkswagen, assuming it would be fixed under the extended warranty. Not covered under the extended warranty. They told me the repair would cost $1,500. $1,500. That's a lot of money, okay? So I called the shop that I use is, I mean, I know this guy. We were friends in high school. Like, I trust him. He works on my car all the time. And he's like, don't have the repair done. Bring the car to me. Anyhow, so first tow truck I sent over there, they sent the tow truck away, but they didn't. They told me the guy left, but I assumed he left with the car. They left the car there. So the car sat at Volkswagen for 2 days until I had to figure out where the fuck the car was. Anyway, I had the car fixed today, and the repair cost $320. So just be really careful because when I was talking to my friend at the shop, he said that since COVID, everybody has like nobody's having work done on their car, and dealerships aren't selling cars, so they're looking to make money any which way they can. I know that goes without saying. They always try to scam you, but now more so than ever. So if they tell you something like you're not going to be able to drive it or you're going to destroy something, just get a second opinion. I mean, $320 versus $1,500 is a huge difference. So just be careful. I was going to make a separate video about it, but whatever. I just said it now. I just be careful because I don't want to see people getting ripped off, especially now when things are so uncertain. You don't need to really like they should rot in hell. Really, they should rot in hell. Anyhow, okay, Brittany Love. You get a message from somebody out of the blue. This could be somebody you've been hoping to hear from, or this just could be somebody new shows up. It could be, there's not been anybody around in a long time, and all of a sudden, out of the blue comes Sagittarius. It does look like you could meet this person around work or school, and you guys would have a spiritual connection. Or you may even feel like there's a fated meeting, or feel like I've known this person from somewhere. You have the Knight of Cups. It will be a love interest, but you're going to have other interests and other opportunities as well. You have a Libra coming in. You have another fire sign, which could be another Sagittarius, Aries, or Leo. So you're going to have a number of options for sure. Sepia, what's going on with Rommel? Well, he may be doing some contemplating. He's got the Hermit here. The Hermit is not a bad card, but it's just maybe taking time, isolating myself to figure out what it is that I need, how I'm going to move forward, and how I'm dealing with my life, or whatever's going on in my life. Moving forward, it looks like he's going to feel a little bit more balanced. He does have the Devil card here, which the Devil could be a couple of things. It could be earthly pleasures. It also could be jealousy. He could be feeling jealousy for something. Whatever it is, it's like a demon around the situation, but it's not threatening the relationship between you and him. It just may be something that rears its ugly head, It's not the biggest of deals. Like, there's nothing here that's, like, terrible. At the very worst, it looks like you might be feeling like he's a little bit disappointing. Like maybe he's just not coming forward like he normally is, or he's not his normal self. It's going to pass. He's got the Hierophant, the Magician, the Page of Cups, and the Eight of Pentacles, which to me would indicate that with the Magician, he can manifest anything he wants. So whatever it is that could be bothering him, might be bothering him, or he may be overthinking, things are going to work themselves out with the Magician. Now, the Page of Page of Cups could be some sort of a creative project that he puts his energy into. Eight of Pentacles is hard work. And whatever it is that's kind of bothering him or that he may be toying around with is going to move into the past. At the end of the day, I don't think it's a very big deal, whatever's going on with him. It's almost like an old wound or an old issue has reared its head, but it's temporary. T. Yvette, General Love. You have a wish, put it out into the universe. You have a wish around the love cup being full that brings in cause for celebration. The Death card, growth and transformation around your current relationship. If there is no relationship right now, then it's personal growth around you. Either way, you got some people coming in here. You have a new love interest that comes in that could be a Libra. You have choices. You've got a Sagittarius here. You have another air sign, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. You have forward movement, perseverance, and good luck coming in around your love life. So you might have some choices, which is good. It's always good to have choices. Sepia, me and Rommel for tomorrow. Okay. Tomorrow may not be such an exciting day, but it may be decent. It's like you have the Four of Wands, which is a favorable omen, but you also have the Hangman, which may be feeling a little bit stuck. You do have the Ace of Wands, which is passion, but and you have the Knight of Swords, which would be him coming in out of the blue, showing up out of the blue, hearing from him out of the blue. If you weren't expecting to see him, for example, say he said, I have to work tomorrow. Well, he may have to work and then all of a sudden gets out early and with the Knight of Swords shows up and it's a pleasant surprise. But it doesn't look like anything too amazing happens, but it's a pleasant day. You've got the Sun, you have the High Priestess, listen to your intuition, and you have stability. So I think the day will be okay. I just don't think it's anything crazy exciting. Stephanie. X saw I lost weight, how he felt or thinks I look. Well, the Justice card. I think that he would think that the Justice card is like Libra. So Libra, it is the Libra card. So it would be like pleasant, balanced, peaceful, like stable, kind. He would think that it was good. Like he wouldn't. He doesn't think anything crazy about it. He thinks that it's good, average, peaceful, fair. That kind of like pleasant. It's not like the kind of thing like where he would be like, oh my God, she looks like a skeleton. It's not like that. It's like, oh, that's nice. That's pleasant. That's good. That's even keeled. Attractive. It could be attractive too. So it's good. It's good. Ray. Does Z have feelings for me? So, and if so, what kind? Okay, does Z have feelings for me? He does have feelings for you. The feelings that he has are very grounded and stable. I think he looks at you as like a friend, a loyal friend, and like potential in the future. I can't say I'm seeing a lot of love here because there's no cups, it's all pentacles, but it would be a grounded situation that is reliable. Sepia, does Ramos still want something serious with me? Yes, yes. It sort of looks like that's just what's going to happen, like on its own. Like it just kind of like the two like pieces of the puzzle just kind of fit together. I mean, it's not to say that you can't have an argument or you guys may still be dealing with your own shit on either side, but it's like mutual support and things just kind of progress. I think that it's going to be a stable relationship if you choose it. Stephanie, has T noticed that I lost weight and how does he think I look? I'm only getting a 33% chance that he's noticed that you lost weight. He may not, not everybody notices stuff like that. But at the end of the day, it's really how you feel about yourself and not what other people think. So it concerns me when people ask questions like that because it's like you need validation from other people. If you feel like you need to lose weight for yourself, that's one thing. But losing weight and hoping other people notice is another thing. Like that should be something it's for you to decide how much weight you need to lose or if you need to lose weight. Not what other people think. So, no, I don't think that he's noticed, but some people don't. I don't notice when anybody gains or loses weight except for me. Like I had a friend once, she lost 50 pounds. I hadn't seen her in a while. I noticed that. But I even said to her, I'm like, I know you lost a lot of weight because I don't notice. Like, I've had yoga students come up to me and be like, oh, you lost weight? And I'm like, 4 pounds. Like, how do you notice 4 pounds on me? But they're so critical of everything that they notice every little thing. I wouldn't notice. I mean, you would have to lose a significant amount or gain a significant amount for me to notice. But anyhow, but for myself, I notice for myself. But that's me being hard on myself. Um, Tessa, should I get my car fixed this weekend or wait? Whatever you do, you should just be careful that you know who's working on it and that you don't get scammed. Please, just be careful because, you know, um, I'm not even going to say it's because I'm a woman because I don't even think that that's what it is. I think it's that they know that if you're not a technician, you don't know any better. It doesn't matter who you are. So they can tell you that you need to have carbon deposits scraped off your engine. And how would you know that that's not true? So just be careful. Should I get the car fixed this weekend? You've got 70% chance, yes, you should get the car fixed this weekend, but you have the Page of Pentacles, which is practical. So I think that what the cards are saying, if it's practical, if the price is right, go for it. I think this is a good weekend for it. Just be careful. Like I said, you know, like when I called and I said, they want to take off the manifold and scrape carbon out. He was like, what? I don't think so. Anyway, just, and don't don't be afraid to, don't be afraid to be a little loud, or, get your point across. Or, like, what I'll do sometimes is Google it. If they say that you got something, like, I got a recall on the camshaft. So I'm like, I don't know what a camshaft is. So I looked it up. And now I know what it is. The camshaft is connected to the crankshaft via the timing belt. The crankshaft moves twice as fast as the camshaft, which opens the poppets to distribute gas and oxygen. If it's not working properly, the car won't go. So if they give you some kind of shit, look it up. I hate when people get ripped off. You have no idea how it drives me crazy. Goddess, what's coming up around me and finding a place? I'm concerned. I don't want to end up in a bad situation again. Okay, what comes up with me finding a place? You're walking away from something that no longer serves you, which is good. Balance comes in. You've also got here the Six of Pentacles, which would be like feeling balanced, feeling respected. So the next situation you get yourself into should not be bad, because you're coming into a place of more respect. Plus you have a wish. No longer holding yourself back. You find the next place through divine timing. And you have all 10 cups being full. You could meet a roommate that's a Capricorn that could be very stable, but it does look like you're leaving things that aren't working for you. As far as finding yourself in a bad situation, I don't know where you are. And I know, like, like here, to find rent around here, it's crazy. But there are a lot of people that rent out rooms in their houses. I had a friend of mine who was living with a woman who owned a house, and he rented a room in her house. It was much cheaper. I don't know how much access he had to appliances and stuff like that, but he was happy living there for a long time. He only moved out because he was going to be moving in with his boyfriend at the time, and that didn't really work out. But anyway, point being is that you may be able to find something that's cheaper, and you may just have to sacrifice a couple of things, but you may have your own room or your own space, which may at least get you through until you can afford rent, if you're in a location like this where it's crazy expensive. But I don't think that you're going to go backwards. I think that you're coming into a place of more balance with the Six of Pentacles and the Two of Pentacles. So you should find something that's suitable, even if it is only temporary. Stephanie, should I take out the $5,000 for my bills or leave it? Oh, good question. Should I take out the $5,000? I feel like I always make bad financial decisions. Okay, should I take out the 5,000? Okay, according to the cards, you should. You get 70% chance yes, and the star card, which means 70% chance yes. When you do, you'll feel like either a wish came true, or you could have a wish, put it out into the universe. I think, too, it depends on the type of bills. I think that financial people always advise to pay off credit card debt, but if it's like a bill that's like a car loan or something like that, I think it's better to save the money. I think that's what they usually advise. But like I said, I'm not the best person to make financial decisions, but the cards say yes, you should. Talia, I may have a general for tomorrow. Sun comes out tomorrow. Happiness tomorrow, and your intuition is heightened. Tomorrow should be a good day. You've got the Lover's card. You also have the Magician. Energy around you tomorrow is amazing. Enjoy it. Stephanie, is T watching my IG? And if so, thoughts. Okay, let's see. Is he watching IG? I don't think he's watching it. He may have checked in here and there, but I don't think that he's like watching it continuously. Not at this point, anyway. Beautiful one, general love. General love. Got success coming in around love. If you're not with anyone right now, you have an Aquarius coming in. Walking away from things that no longer serve you. Listen to your intuition. You've got a couple of other people coming in. You have a Libra around you and a Pisces. A new journey around love starts. Don't overthink it. Watch that you're not overthinking things. Sarah, question below. When I have my appointment and do the test, will the doctor confirm what I think is happening? Okay, let's see. 70% chance, yes. I think more or less you know what's going on. Kind of. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, more or less. Mustafa. I don't see the question yet, so let me just do Talia so I don't lose my spot. Work day tomorrow is okay. Nothing great. It's a little bit disappointing. Maybe a little bit boring. It's okay. It's an average day. Nothing great. I mean, you do get some respect. There may be a couple of moments like where you feel like things are changing for the better, or there's some moments of happiness or fun, carefree times. But for the most part, it's just like an average day. Lydia, I'm done with men. I don't want to talk to. Now, why? What happened? What the heck? I thought that today's thing went really well. The card showed that today went really well. All right, let's see. You have a wish around the situation, and you have stability around the situation. The Temperance card, you might need to have a little bit of patience with the situation, but there's cause for celebration that comes in. I don't know what happened, but you've got a love interest with him, and you also have slow and steady wins the race. He may not be the kind of guy that dives in head first. That's okay, slow and steady. He still shows up here. And it does look like things can change for the better between you and him with the Eight of Wands. So I don't know what happened. Mustafa, will the man B contact me and pay for the services I offered him? Yes, I think he will. Yep. Coco, how does Kay feel about me? Thinks that you're well balanced, happy, spontaneous, attractive. They have a lot of respect for you. This person's got a lot of respect for you. They think that you're very grounded, stable, sincere, attractive, happy, hardworking, and creative. Mr. Maurice, see if the cards see my future job rating the same. What do you see for me in my current job in the month of October? These last few weeks. Okay, let's see. Well, we stay at this current job. I think you're going to stay at the current job, but I think that you're going to move up the ladder, or there's going to be opportunity for a new beginning around a promotion of some type. You have good luck on your side. You're also going to have choices. You may decide to turn down the promotion depending on what it is. You know, it's interesting because, like, you could stay at the same job but be doing a different, like, stay at the same company but be doing a different job in the company, and that comes up as a promotion, but it also comes up as a new beginning. So there is opportunity for new beginning around you. Now there's opportunity for new beginning, so you could also be out looking for a new job and find something else because you've got good luck around you. So this is the kind of thing where you may feel like you're coming to a crossroads. I don't think there's anything wrong with seeing what's out there. You don't have to make any decisions, but I don't think there's anything wrong with, like, seeing if you can find another job that you like better or that suits you a little bit more. I think we're coming into the energy now, and I keep saying it, that, like, what's not working for us is going to go away. And some of us that are a little bit braver will just give into it. Some people resist a little bit more. Like I've been talking about myself with yoga. I'm not ready for that part of my life to go away, but it's getting increasingly harder to make it work for me. So the signs are sort of showing me that I might not be there for much longer, but I'm having a hard time making that decision. Now, in the past, when I've had signs like this, I didn't listen to them and I let the universe make the decision for me. I don't know if that's good or bad, but that's how it happened. For you, it looks like you might come to a point. I can't tell you what's going to happen before the end of October, but you may be out and about or inquiring or, who knows, fishing through Indeed, and you could come across something that resonates with you a little bit more, and it can't hurt to look into it. You don't have to take it, but you could explore your options. And then at that point, see where you're going to go. You know, like, I just feel like what's not working is no longer going to work. Like, that car dealer did not get the $1,500 out of me. And it was only a few years ago that I was ripped off really bad by somebody. So I really have to keep believing that we're all being moved to where we're supposed to be moved to. So if the promotion is for your greatest good, that's where you'll go. And if it's not, and you're done with this whole show, you'll find something else, and it will be on your terms. I'm telling you, this has got to happen for us. Ariella, is Ania a true friend to me? How does she see me? Okay, is she a true friend? She's a true friend, more or less. You know, she could have her moments, but more or less she's a true friend. She sees you as somewhat inspiring. Like, you do things that she could do. She may kind of look up to you a little bit, but it doesn't look like in a jealous way. It looks like in like an admiring kind of way. She sees you as well balanced, intelligent, innovative, attractive, that you don't hold yourself back, very intelligent, forward moving. Yeah, she thinks highly of you. If there's something about her that you don't trust, I would always tell you to go with that, regardless of what the cards say, because I believe that all of our intuitions pick up things like that. So you could keep her at arm's length, or you don't have to tell her everything, but I think basically she's a good friend. Sepia, does Rumble still want something serious with me? Oh, I did that one, and I said yes, he does, right? He does, and that you guys may just kind of fall into it. That's what I think is going to happen. Miss Levon, General. Got happiness coming out over your life. Eight of Wands, you could be going back to school or learning a new skill. Knight of Cups, you could have a new love interest show up. Might be a fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Laying down the law, setting up boundaries earns you respect. And out of the blue, you hear from somebody who you haven't seen or spoken to in quite some time. It also looks like you have cause for celebration that comes in around the happy home. Kira, general for tomorrow. First thing that comes up around you for tomorrow is the Magician. You can manifest anything you want with this, so be careful. Only because if you focus on negativity, that's what you'll get tomorrow. Otherwise, this is a great card to get. So you can pretty much make anything you want happen. Forward movement. A wish comes true. Put it out into the universe and no longer holding yourself back. Tomorrow's energy should be good. Kira, general love. You've got some good stuff happening here. So, first of all, you have the Hierophant, which could be a Taurus comes in, but it also could be feeling spiritually connected to whoever it is that you're dating next. Now, if you're still with Leroy, it would be feeling spiritually connected to him. If it's somebody else, it would be a spiritual connection. It also could be a Taurus comes in, generally speaking. Like, there's a lot of different ways it could go. As far as people around you, you've got a Virgo, a Taurus, a Libra, an Aquarius. Not an Aquarius, a Capricorn. You've got the Judgment card, which is going to put you at the right place at the right time, or it's going to bring you to a crossroads. So at some point, you may either have to make a decision to go right or to go left, and then that will be a whole other story. But it's also divine timing. So it could also be, like, generally speaking, it could be that you find yourself at Dunkin' Donuts getting coffee in the morning, and bam, you meet this Taurus. Like, that could happen too. So you have a lot of options coming in, which is good because it's better than being boring and having nothing around you. New love interest could show, and it could be with the love cup being full that leads to a new journey should you choose it. And if that would be with somebody new, doesn't mean that your life can't move forward with current person, but you're going to have to come to that crossroads. So you have a lot happening in your love department, or you will over the next couple of months. BJ, who's coming towards me in love and when? Well, you're another one that's going to be divine timing. And you'll be prepared for it when it happens. Got a fire sign coming in that's going to be very passionate. Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Listen to your intuition. They come in out of the blue, but you're prepared. When the timing is? Sometime this fall. Could be within the next 6 weeks. Oh, wait, I want to hear what Mel has to say. My father visited me in my sleep state this morning and held my hand. Oh my God. I totally forgot that he had hairy hands because he's been deceased for so long. And I was, oh my God, that's really amazing. Wow. Wow. That's, yeah, that's really, really amazing. My mom, when right before she died, maybe a week or so before she died, I took her to have her nails done. So I always remember the last thing that she had done on her nails. She was like, never did anything crazy, fancy. And her nails were done like They were done white because it was always white. It was like the French manicures that were popular back then. But it was like, I don't know, like she had like, I can't explain it, but I can see them in my head. And I've never had nails because I've always like played the guitar, played the piano, did all kinds of crazy shit. So I never had nails. But a lot of times, like I'll notice somebody that has nails, and it will remind me, like my mother had nails like that. Very interesting. Malika, general reading on what's coming towards me. Well, you got some stuff happening. So you have a new beginning or a new journey that's about to begin. You have a wish, put that out into the universe. A new love interest can show up. No longer holding yourself back, no longer feeling weighed down by the weight of the world. If you're not with anyone right now, well, you have a Virgo coming in. You also have a Scorpio around you. But life changes for the better quickly. And overall, feeling a little bit more confident in the future. That's what's coming towards you. And the dream felt so real. Oh, happy birthday. When was it? It was today or yesterday? Because if it was yesterday and you and Dylan have the same birthday, I would love that. Nina, love. Gonna have choices. First card that comes up around you, Seven of Cups, choices. Don't overthink things. Four of Cups could also be that there is somebody interested in you, very much so, that's around your world that you just have not taken notice of, or they haven't come forward. They haven't like stepped out into the spotlight yet. You have some good luck here coming in. The next person that you're with is Six of Pentacles, which is excellent. It's like somebody who puts in the same amount of effort that you do. So two people are on the same page. It's a new love interest that could be a Pisces, and there's success around it. The feeling too is also like moving on to greener pastures. Ashley, should I stay with Daniel or give Dylan a chance? All right, let's see. Should I stay with Daniel? Should I give Dylan a chance? It's interesting because you get the death card around both of the guys, which means that either one will be transforming to your life. This is how I see it. Both of the guys also only got one ace, which would be 33% chance for either of them. But if you're questioning if you should stay with someone and you have interest in somebody else, to me that already tells me how you feel about the relationship. Because, for example, whenever I've really been in love with someone, it wouldn't make a difference who showed up because I wouldn't leave them. If I've been kind of questioning it, or if I, like when my relationship with Tom went south, I was in my 20s, like I had already started feeling like crushes on some other, like I already had crushes and interests on other people. So that kind of right there tells you that maybe it's time to move forward, because you would, if you were so in love with one person, you wouldn't be questioning, should I give somebody else a shot? So think about it like that. Neither guy shows up super high as like long-term potential, but they both show as being transformative in your life. So both of them are significant. Very interesting. Mariana, general for this month. General for this month. could be spending some time with a Virgo. You have the love cup full. You're coming to a crossroads with somebody or some situation that's going to be very significant, and you're prepared for it. Life changes for the better quickly when you leave things in the past that no longer serve you. You come to success. You have a wish, put that out into the universe. Your intuition is heightened. Five of Pentacles in reverse, paying off a bill, a debt, or a loan, whatever it is, it moves into the past and you feel relief. Moving forward, you also have the Justice card, which would be maybe starting to see some karma come back around, good karma. Kiki, will I run into Zach's arm? Will I run into Zach's arms? Will that happen? All right, let's see. I don't see it happening. You could make it happen, but I don't see it happening like on its own right now. Nina, the characteristics of my next boyfriend. He should be very grounded and stable, hardworking, intelligent. He may have his moments where he could be very argumentative, or he may always think that he's right, and it may be hard to convince him that he's not. He's very lucky, usually very happy, doesn't hold himself back, very intuitive. I don't know if he's a business owner or he holds a high position in the company that he works for, but he would have like a business would be very important to him. He's well balanced, peaceful, serene. He may have a very strong spiritual practice, and he's very respectful. Nina donated from Mel. Julie, do you see Rich going to see that woman anytime between now and 2 weeks from now? Okay. He may. Yeah. He's got a 70% chance, yes, that he will see her within the next 2 weeks. He might. I think that that's a relationship that's going to fizzle out, and he doesn't see her that often. But I think that he may try to see her within the next 2 weeks, or she may try to see him, or however it works. Red, after everything, how is Jay feeling about me and us? Cares a lot about you. You've got the Knight of Cups here. You've also got some good karma around the situation, and for whatever reason he feels like he's hurt, he's got the Three of Swords. He does think it's possible for the two of you to have a new beginning, but he thinks that happiness is a ways off. He's not going to hold himself back, but he's not 100% coming forward either. He's not really sure exactly what he thinks is going to happen between the two of you in the future. He feels like happiness is like it's down the road. He cares a lot about you, and he's not looking to disappear. He just doesn't know if he can make things happen right now. So he's got like some thinking and working out bullshit in his own head ahead of him. Jay, how does Amy feel about me tonight? Thinks that you're hardworking, focused, practical, grounded, reliable, down to earth, attractive, intuitive, intriguing, a little bit mysterious, thinks that you're spiritually connected, very passionate, attractive, and successful. Tiffany, general for the weekend. You may be hearing from somebody that you haven't heard from, getting a message from, hearing something about, or running into someone you haven't seen or spoken to in quite some time. Life changes for the better this weekend. Listen to your intuition. You could be spending time with the Pisces this weekend. You may also be spending time with an air sign, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. For the most part, it looks like you got a wish this weekend, put it out into the universe, and you're no longer holding yourself back. This weekend looks okay. The love cup is full. There's stuff going on. It looks like a promising weekend. The energy around it's nice. Kira, Leroy, and I. The relationship seems to come into balance and move forward nicely with the Chariot and the Two of Pentacles. The Seven of Wands is persistence and perseverance, so that's helpful in any love situation or in any relationship. It looks like the love cup is full, and divine timing is helping you with this situation. Just try not to overthink things. Things seem to be moving forward. Love cup here is full, no longer holding yourself back. He seems to be showing you a little bit more respect over the next couple of weeks. It looks decent. Gabby, love and career advice. Well, in both love and in career, you're going to start to be feeling like you're getting a little bit more respect. More respect, a little bit better compensated and well appreciated, which is nice. It also looks like when it comes to love, you have the sun comes out over your love life, starting a new journey or moving forward. There's peace and serenity around it. When it comes to career, you have a new beginning. You may feel a little bit burdened or weighed down by the weight of the world, maybe even a little bit intimidated, but that changes for the better quickly and your career moves forward. You have other opportunities coming in, maybe later this year or towards the beginning of next year. Listen to your intuition. You have the star. Put a wish out into the universe. Overall, I think that you're coming to a place where you're getting more respect. You've earned more respect just over your life in general. So that's going to be very positive in your love and in your career. Kira, general for next week. Energy around next week looks like very forward moving. You also have the Magician, so be careful with your thoughts because all thoughts manifest. Focus on what you want. Ace of Pentacles could be a new business opportunity, a new business idea, and you have a wish. Put it out into the universe. Balance, patience, compassion comes in around next week. You may also need to have patience with the situation. Sometimes temperance can be like, you just have to have some patience here. It looks like the Six of Wands. There's success around work, school, whatever it is you do all day. Two of Wands, feeling prepared for an upcoming challenge, which may have something to do with school, going back to school, learning a new whatever, brings you to greener pastures. So that's stuff that could come up next week. Tiffany, how does Jeff think about me? Jeff thinks that you're extremely creative and talented. Lover's card feels like the two of you have a soulmate connection. Now, this may not even be a romantic partner. I don't know. It doesn't matter. It's still coming up like he feels like you guys have a significant connection, soulmate like connection. He thinks that you're very intelligent. He thinks that you're always growing, changing, and evolving. He thinks you're very interesting, and you have the Knight of Cups here, which means he could even be interested in you romantically. And that relationship could move forward if you wanted to, and there would be success around it, but that would be your choice. Sue, who is more trustworthy, Gabriella or Christina? Okay. Is Gabriella more trustworthy than Christina? Gabriella is. Yeah. Sue. Will my 928 MCAT score get me an interview for Mayo this cycle? Yes. Yeah, it shows your hard work pays off. Oh, I love pearly blue. My grandma used to always have a pearly white. Always. It was like a pearly white. And I remember when I was really, really little, she used to paint my nails that pearly white color. This is going to sound so strange, but like I feel like I have like a timeline shift when I changed houses, when I moved when I was really little. And there was like a 3-month period where we lived with my grandparents because we sold one house and the other house wasn't ready. I don't know. It just seems like such a weird time. I don't know how to explain it. But whenever I think back to that time, it feels different. I don't know. It feels like a different timeline. I don't know how else to say it. I know it sounds fucking crazy, but... Oh, you have the same birthday as Dylan. I love that. I used to work with a guy who was the IT guy at my job, and it was his birthday too. And I always used to, when we would celebrate his birthday, I would be like, hey, it's Dylan's birthday. And Dylan was only a puppy back then. I left that job in 2012. I got him in 2011. 2011? Yeah, and he was born in 2010. Jay Allen. Does Amy think that I talk to other women, and how does she feel? She does think that you talk to other women, and she finds that heartbreaking or disappointing. April, what's coming towards me in love soon? You got a Taurus coming in. You got a Virgo here. You have a Pisces here. Walking away from things that no longer serve you. Pushes your current love life relationship situation to the next level. When you turn your back on things that no longer serve you, higher calibers of people are coming in. I know that sounds really shitty, but it's like, it's almost like telling the universe, look, I'm not going to deal with this shit. I'm not dealing with the guy that doesn't answer my text messages. I'm not dealing with the guy that has no time for me. So somebody shows up that now is playing by your rules. It looks like walking away from things that no longer serve you bring in better opportunities. Very interesting. April, why hasn't Jeremy messaged me? He's hard at work on something, but you're going to hear from him. He's prepared, and there's success around communication. So who knows what it is, but it could be something like he's stuck at work, or it could be like something like he's working on his car, or he's doing something where he's just been busy lately. But you're going to hear from him soon, maybe this weekend. Cinnamon from Mel. And the second one is, what's my future children's personality like? Okay, let's see. First child should have a very strong, well-balanced personality. Headstrong, determined, courageous, happy, spontaneous. They don't hold themselves back, this kid. This kid doesn't take no for an answer easily. So good luck. And how will my next weekend go being with West? It should be good. Changes your situation for the better quickly. Makes you feel a little bit more balanced. It's going to be a good weekend. Listen to your intuition. You have happiness coming out next weekend. It should be a good weekend. Kira, this weekend. World is at your feet this weekend, so you might have some nice opportunities this weekend. Could be hearing from somebody you haven't heard from in a while. They may resurface, or you may run into them. World is at your feet. Feeling well appreciated. Feeling very focused, maybe on a new goal of some type. Happiness comes out around a party, celebration, or festivity of some type. There should be some kind of a party or something happening this weekend that you're invited to that would be a good time. Gabby, what's the Virgo's purpose in my life? You know what, I don't know if I can answer that, because I feel like that's what you have to figure out. You know what I mean? Like, somebody's brought into your life, and then you realize you usually realize what they've taught you once they're gone. Let's see. So the Virgo could be teaching you a couple of things. For the first thing here, this is one thing that makes me nervous, is the Emperor in reverse, because somebody that's controlling, manipulating, or it's controlling and manipulating. And sometimes I think we don't even realize when we're being manipulated. It also shows that they could also be coming in your life to show you success around a soulmate connection. It doesn't have to be a romantic relationship. If it's not a romantic relationship, it doesn't matter. It's still a soulmate connection. Wheel of Fortune, you're lucky to have them in your life, I guess, because they're going to teach you something. Two of Wands in reverse. You may not be prepared to learn this lesson. So Emperor in reverse is always alarming to me. So think about whether or not this person is manipulating in some way. And I feel like sometimes people can be really good and you don't even realize that you're being manipulated. Take a good long look at that situation, because I don't like Emperor in reverse. It's like the kind of situation where, like, somebody may be using you for their benefit, and that's what you'll learn from this situation. But like I said, usually once the person leaves, that's when you learn the lesson. Like, I had a really great friend, right? She was really great as far as, like, I mean, she was always available, she was always around. We did a lot of traveling together because she came into a large sum of money. and she had no one to travel with, and I couldn't afford it. So she paid for everything. The only thing that I paid for was spending money. Not every trip, but like we went to Alaska, we went to Italy. She paid for the hotels, she paid for the airlines, and I just paid for spending money while we were there. And she was a really good friend until she didn't need me anymore. And then not so much. So that's what I learned from her, but I didn't learn that until after she left my life. After she left my life and I saw how she had no more time for me because her life had moved on, and I always made time for her regardless of what was going on in my life, that's when I realized, I'm like, you know what? People will be a really, really good friend to you when they need a friend. But when they don't need you, not so much. And this idiot, she had told me previously that when she had dated somebody years ago, she's like, when I dated him, I didn't see any of my friends. And I thought that she was overacting like that because she was like, well, I would never be like that now. But she totally was. Like, I mean, it was like so in your face. It was her birthday was in February, and then she was like, well, I don't have any time. You know, the next time I have a free weekend is in June. Like, fucking really? You normally call me 5 times a day and you don't have time for me until June? Okay. All right. So that's what I think her purpose served me, which is not to say that she can't come back into my life, because I kind of feel like we have a soulmate relationship too. So she may be part of my life at some point, but I think that's what I learned. So I don't think you're really going to know exactly until the person leaves your life or you have distance from the situation, even if it's for a little while. Ashley, will Dylan show up this weekend? Okay, let's see. I'm not convinced he shows up this week, and you only have one ace, which is a 33% chance. It's kind of low he's going to show up this week. Sarah, do you see any action coming from Jade the Libra and X? He thinks about it. Yeah, he thinks about it. You got a good chance that you're going to hear from him. You could hear from him like before the end of the year. Jay, what's Amy find unattractive about me? Well, I think that she may feel like she doesn't really know if you're interested in her. I think that she may find it unattractive that she thinks that you talk to other women. Um, she may also sometimes feel like in her own self that she's a disaster and that has nothing to do with you. Um, so she may feel like she wouldn't get involved, or she questions whether or not she should get involved because if there's other women around, she might feel like she can't compete. And you know how I feel about the competition thing, but that's usually what comes up around women. Like, women always want to know, well, what does he think of her? And what does he think of her? And what does he think of her? And I think those thoughts run through her head, which is the worst thing because it's like feeding your own demons. You know, it's like you can't look for validation in what other people think of you, and you can't worry about what other people think of other people because you just can't. You can't control it, and it is what it is. And one thing doesn't equal anything else. But these may be things that go through her mind. Julie, has this woman put any love spells on him? No. I don't think that she's I don't think that she's spiritually inclined really. Or if she has a practice, I don't think that she practices. Like, she may have in the past, but I don't really think that she does anything spiritually these days. The time shift thing, right? It's weird, right? Like, I don't know, it's weird. Jay Allen, what makes Amy think I talk to other women? She thinks you have choices. It's just what she thinks. It could be an intuitive thing. Yeah, it's she just thinks that you have choices. I mean, it could be a couple of things. Sometimes it's in her own head. So not her, but in the woman's own head, whoever we're talking about. It's like they just assume because I like him or I'm interested in him or I think he's attractive that other women do. And then there's also sometimes, I mean, like women think crazy and they think all the time. And then what they do is they start researching shit and they start writing stories in their head. And none of it is true. But that's what women do. So who the hell knows? She could have, like you said the other day, she saw you on your phone. She could stalk on your social media, and then, one thing leads to another, and then all of a sudden she writes these stories in her head. None of them are true. Like, somebody once tagged me for living in a town in New Jersey. I've never lived in New Jersey ever, but I left it there for like years. It said that I lived in Hawthorne, New Jersey. I've never lived in Hawthorne, New Jersey. And people were like, well, I didn't know you moved to Jersey. And I'm like, I didn't. Oh, well, it's on Facebook. Oh, well, that's the Bible, so it must be true. But you know what I'm saying? But like, people believe this stuff. Like, people look at this stuff and they really take it in. Or I heard from this one, or this one said that. Somebody this that said the next thing, or it's just it's grapevine shit. But this is what people do. That's why I always say, be careful what you put on social media. But I think that she does think that you. She also may not feel that you give her enough attention. It's just how it is. Julie, does he know this woman talks to other men, or does he think he's the only one? Oh, I think he knows that she talks to other women. See, I don't get the idea of their relationship as being like I don't get their relationship to me doesn't come off as like we're a couple. It comes off like I see him every now and again. It's not like where like they would be a couple, they would be going to functions together, or family members would know him. They may know of him, they may have seen him, but it doesn't come off like they're in a relationship. And I think that I don't really even think he cares, but I think that he feels like this just is what it is. It doesn't come off like this is my girlfriend and we have a future together. It just doesn't seem like that. It seems like this is somebody I see when I have a chance. You know what I mean? Like it just doesn't come off like I don't even know that he would care if she was seeing somebody else. April for this weekend. You could be starting a new journey this weekend. Maybe feeling a little bit more balanced, and you may have an earth sign around you this week. Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. You could be also starting a personal transformation with the Death card. Growing and transforming. Jay Allen, how will Amy act towards me in the next coming days? She may be hot and cold. Like, like one day you may feel like she's moving on, moving past you, not giving you the time of day. The next day it looks like she's coming back with a little bit of more love and attention. Then she looks a little bit more prepared, a little bit more passionate. She could be a little hot and cold. Kira, does the party have something to do with Leroy? Okay, let's see. Mm, 70% chance it could. Two aces. The Judgment card, divine timing. It might have to do with Leroy, or he may go with you to the party or gathering or whatever the hell it is. But it's like a good time. Julie, once I set the thing in action tomorrow, would it lower the chances of him seeing her in 2 weeks? Or does he need to see? He doesn't need to see her for it to work, but usually these things take a little bit of time. Let's see. Will it lower the chances of him seeing her within the next 2 weeks? It does lower the chances in the next 2 weeks. You got like rusty nails and stuff. Pieces of broken glass. Let me tell you, as a runner, now not so much because I got the stroller, so I don't think I noticed stuff, but I used to pick up all kinds of stuff. Rusty screws, nails, bolts, all kinds of stuff. Put it in my pockets. Bring that stuff home. Malika, is Michael renting with someone or living with them? We live close, but always seeing him leaving and never staying home for long hours. Okay, let's see. Is Michael renting with someone or living with them? Is Michael living with someone? I don't think he's living with someone. He could be seeing someone because he's got the Knight of Cups. But I don't think he's living with anyone. Mustafa, how does the man B feel about me? Okay, the way he comes off to me it feels like he really admires you, he looks up to you, but he could get very angry very fast. And I don't like that way that feels. I don't think he would try to hurt you, but I think that he could be like a lot to deal with. Like it seems like he gets a little bit volatile if he doesn't get what he wants. The cards indicate that he thinks that you're very intelligent, you're very smart, you know what you're doing. You got good karma around you, and that he kind of looks up to you. I don't know why. I kind of get the feeling like I'm not afraid of him, but I almost feel like he could lose his temper. Sarah, what's he have to say, Libra? You said he'll message. It probably would be a very simple message like, hey, what's up? Or how have you been? Or something like that. It doesn't look like it's anything, it's not very lengthy. It's like short and quick. And you have good luck around the situation, but you might need to have patience. It may not happen right away. It might take some time. He may be kind of testing the waters to see what you're up to. Tab, general love. All right, you got a new beginning that comes in out of the blue when you least expect it with a water sign if you're not with anyone right now. Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Feeling much more appreciated, well-balanced, and this relationship could be long-term. If you are with someone right now, current relationship moves forward, it rekindles. If you're not with anyone, you got a couple of opportunities. You have a water sign, but you also have a Virgo coming in that doesn't hold themselves back. Hangman is in reverse. Love life should be moving forward. April, what's Kyle's energy towards me? Forward movement. You got forward movement. And you also have the Ten of Pentacles, which is abundance. So you got good energy around you and him. April, has Anne seen my business page and what does she think? I don't think she's seen it yet. Mustafa. Is it still a good idea to sell the man be the aura cleansing ritual? I don't think it's a bad idea. I mean, it's aura cleansing. It's not like, you're doing something crazy, summoning up demons. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I think it's fine. Gabby, will Jay ask Amy out? I think when he's ready, he will. Maria, why is Wendy mad at Maribel over our common friend T? It seems like she's jealous. What's going on? Jealousy. That's another thing. When I was watching the Paris Hilton thing, they were talking to her mom at the end of it. Like the whole thing was kind of long. It was like an hour and a half long, and like the whole beginning part, I don't think you really need to watch. But if you were to like fast forward it, if you didn't want to watch the whole thing, to like the last maybe 45 minutes when they really get into the good stuff, her mom says what I say all the time, that fear is the strongest emotion. We feel it deeper than anything, and that's what goes out into the universe. And then when she was saying it, I was like, damn. I was like, that's what I've been saying. She said, yeah, how deeply we feel it. But jealousy is fear. That's what it is. So if you're jealous of somebody, something, it goes out into the universe really, really fast, and then it comes back to you, and it proves your point. So if you're jealous if I'm jealous of Paris Hilton because she's got a lot of money and she's famous and she's whatever, that is only going to come back and hurt me. It's not going to hurt her. She doesn't know who I am. I'm not going to affect her life. So this jealousy shit, yeah, it's really ugly emotion. Let's see. Is she jealous? I bet you that's what it is. Yeah, she is jealous. Your intuition is spot on. I don't know if there's somebody new that just entered this circle and that's why she's jealous, or she's jealous of the new person, or she's the new person. Whatever it is, it's like there's new energy around this group. She's jealous of it, or she feels threatened by it. Jealousy is, it's, and it's hard to not feel jealous of somebody, right? If you kind of have those feelings. Like I remember like feeling, this is so stupid, but like years ago when I was in junior high, um, like these tie-dyed outfits came out that were really popular, and we had a flea market that wasn't too far from here, and that's where they were sold, and it was really popular to go to this flea market on the weekends, and they had all kinds of booths, all kinds of stuff, and they had these great pickles, and when you walked in you just smelled the pickles. You had to get a pickle every time you went there because they were just amazing. Anyway, I wanted one of those outfits, and that like junior high was kind of the time where I was really trying to fit in with all the popular kids. By the time I got to high school, I had already gotten over that. But at this point, I really wanted one of these outfits. And all my friends had them. And like my closest friend at the time, she was an only child. And she pretty much got whatever she wanted. And she told me that she got two outfits. And I was so jealous. And I was so jealous that every day, like I was just hoping that she wasn't going to wear one, because it felt like she was thinner than me. I felt like she was better looking than me. I felt like she was definitely more popular than me, smarter than me. And I just was so jealous. And I remember like not wanting to see her in the outfit because I didn't have one. And then like the day that she wore it, it was a Friday, and I remember being like, well, it's not that big of a deal. Who cares? But for like the whole week, I was like jealous of it, like anticipating it. Like, why can't I have it? How come she could have it? Anyway, but now looking back, like I realized like how stupid. But I mean, how old was I? 13. But the things that are important to us that we feel jealous of in that moment, when you get past that moment, it doesn't even make a difference anymore. You don't even care. Mustafa, how soon will the B man contact me to purchase my services? If he's going to contact you, it's going to be soon, like within the next couple of weeks. April, what's Jeremy's energy towards me? It's good. It's stable, grounded, persistent. The energy's good. Cancerian, current thoughts of the Leo towards me. Thinks that you're successful, happy, intuitive, attractive, grounded, loyal, stable, spiritually connected, that you have a lot of choices and options, you're attractive, and you have a lot of potential. Julie, what is wrong with him to take a chance on losing me, especially when I can destroy him with all I know about him? Who's driving like that? So dangerous and uncalled for. Um, well, it's like he feels like, it's not that he feels like he's not going to lose you. He does. He worries about that. But he's not really connecting much with this woman. So it's almost like, I don't know how to explain this because it sounds crazy. It's almost like like his energy towards the situation is like, I don't even know why you care that I see her. It's no big deal. Like, it's not like he's like in love with her and it's threatening his relationship with you. I know that that doesn't justify the situation, but it's almost like he feels like, what the hell is the big deal? I don't care. Like, I'm not in love with her. This just is what it is. And it's going to start to dissipate. So I wouldn't, get ready to wreck his life or anything like that, because I think that it's just going to kind of disintegrate. I don't think it's going to be a lot of drama. I don't think either one of them cares that much. It just might be the kind of thing where it just fizzles out and it goes away. And the least amount of drama around it, the better. See, like, the energy of this situation is right, and like when you look at like the cards combined with the energy, if he hasn't been with her yet and he hasn't moved in with her and they haven't moved forward yet in all this time, I mean, the energy is not, it's stagnant. It's like there are situations where like people are getting ready, like there are things that are in place, they're getting ready to make their escape, they're getting ready, but his energy is not like that. Like, he's got his other, like, he's planning to do his own thing here with his house, and he's got a plan with you already set. If he was gonna go, he would have went already. So you know what I mean, like it wouldn't go on for this long, or it would have already been. You know, like this is like as good as it gets with the two of them, and it's not that great. Cancerian, will I get inheritance from my father? Yes, I think you will. Yep. Mustafa, what can I expect to happen between me and Miriam in the next 2 weeks? By the way, I still haven't done the love spell, so the question is for current energies that may change. Okay, let's see. Well, in the next couple of weeks, it looks like things are still pretty. The love cup is in reverse. It doesn't look like things are moving forward great within the next couple of weeks. But then when you get past that, the hangman goes in reverse and there is growth and transformation that comes in around this relationship. Happiness comes out and a new journey starts. And that's even if you don't do the love spell. Now, if you do the love spell, that could speed things up. Um, but we got to see when we get there. Sarah, what does Jay think of our connection? Does he still love me? Okay. I think he cares for you. I'm not seeing a whole lot of love here at this moment. Um, I think that he cares about you and you're somebody who he feels that he was very connected to. But I don't know if he's going to want to entertain getting back together. Like, I don't know if that's coming in. Not right now, anyway. I do think that you're going to hear from this person. I'm just not sure if he wants to go down that road. He may come in, test the waters, see what's going on, and then check in and see how he feels. I mean, he cares about you, but I'm not seeing like he's in love right now. You know, it's like a lot of times, like people ask about like if their ex is still in love with them, and it's like most of the time the person cares for them, but if they were still in love, they would be together. Like that's just like, you know, like when you read into energy, like my ex-boyfriend Tom, I care about him very much. I hope he's happy. I wish him the best. He's a really good guy. Am I in love with him? No, I'm not. And I haven't been in a really long time. Now, if the situation were to change, now let's just say, I mean, he's married as far as I know, but let's just say 5 years from now, we're both single, we both run into each other someplace. Could we reconnect? It's possible. I mean, it happens. But for right now, the energy right there isn't in with this situation. Like the energy right now is like, she's somebody I care very much about, but you know, it's the same thing like when I read for people where they're like, well, how does he feel about me and what are his intentions? Well, most of the time, if people want to be together, they're together, you know, so and sometimes it's a timing thing, but right now this situation doesn't look like he's in love with you. He looks like if you asked him about like if he's somebody asked you, he would say, "Oh, I care about her a lot," but I can't tell you he's in love right now. Cancerian, does the Leo love me? For this person, I get 33% chance that he loves you. It does show he cares about you, but I can't say that he's in love with you right now. Allison, will Kai return, and if so, when? I'm only getting a 33% chance he's returning. So if he does, it's going to be down the road a little bit. Anthony, what's going on in the Cancer girl's life now? Does she think about me and what's next between us? She does think about you. She's got a lot of respect for you, Six of Pentacles. Thinks about you a lot. It does look like she's happy in her life right now. She may be very busy with whatever's going on in her life. It does look like you're going to reconnect with her. Six of Cups brings back somebody from your past. Nostalgia from the past. She's been thinking about you a lot. There's no doubt about that. You got good karma around this situation. What's next between you is I think you guys are going to communicate at some point. Mustafa. What is the man be thinking about when he's considering moving forward with my aura service or not? What is the man thinking about? Okay. Well, I think for him, I think he trusts you. I think that he wants to move forward. I think he's going to be skeptical because of the amount of money it costs. That's a lot of money. And he may be thinking, that's a lot of money and there's no guarantee that this is going to work. He's got the Eight of Swords here in reverse. I mean, the Eight of Wands in reverse, which would indicate that he may be feeling like, I could put out all this money and maybe nothing happens. Six of Wands in reverse. Also, he feels like he may be unsuccessful. Or he might feel like, and I don't know why people feel like this, but I kind of understand it. Like he would rather you do it for him because you're more powerful than he is, or you know what you're doing. And I kind of understand that because I've had people do things for me over the years when I felt like either I couldn't do it or I wasn't clear enough. Like I don't read my own cards because I don't feel like I could be clear enough in my own situation. I would rather read somebody else's situation. Where in my own situation, I feel like I could make excuses, and I don't want to have excuses, and I don't want things sugar-coated. I don't want to be more positive. I want the facts. I want the truth. So I think for him, he may be feeling like, well, if I give him $1,500, I might not even be able to do this properly or whatever. Or that it's a lot of money to lay out with no guarantees that anything is going to happen. Cancerian, will my father's siblings try and stop me from getting inheritance? They may try, but I'm pretty sure that you're next of kin and not his siblings. So I think that you would get it before they do. If I know, I would be careful for them. No, wait a minute. Wait a minute. This is your father. Okay, it's your father. So I think that because it's your father, you'll have an easier time. Because you're next of kin to him. They're not next of kin. They're siblings. It doesn't go to siblings. It goes to next of kin. Like if I died, my brother doesn't get my money. Avery gets it. Could he try to sue Avery? I mean, he could, but is he going to win and get it? No. But my uncle, or my grandmother, my mom died before my grandmother died. So my uncle was able to get everything, and my brother and I got nothing. So, but that was his mother. You know, like my brother and I are next of kin underneath, right, my grandmother, right? And then it's my mother, right? So they're 50-50. Because she wasn't there, it should have been 50 for him, 50 goes to me and my brother. But he was able to make that not happen. But that was his mother. So you're talking about siblings, and I don't think that the siblings can. But you know what? It can't hurt to be cautious. Talk to a lawyer and just know what your rights are, because, you know, people are shitty. People are really shitty, especially when it comes to money. Jay, love reading. You've got good luck around your love life. Now, you've got a Cancer around you. You've got your love life changing for the better quickly, and you have success. You have options. You have a Scorpio. You have a Taurus. You're going to have options when it comes to love. And a new love interest may be showing up. That's a Scorpio. Scorpio may be somebody new that comes in. It's okay. It's good to have options. Vicky says, my daughter always says, even though she's just turning 18, but it's so true. If it's meant to be, it'll happen anyways. And if not, it's just simply not meant to be. It's true. I tend to look at things more of like between what the cards say and then how the energy feels, right? So if the energy feels like if somebody is showing that they're not moving forward in something, even if they could be saying it, oh yeah, okay, tomorrow, but tomorrow never comes, that energy to me feels stagnant. And then the cards are showing like 33%, then that's when I would say that things are like not moving forward, or it could be like down the line, because sometimes people don't have the nerve to do things themselves. So it's like the butterfly effect. It's like Joe Schmo can show up because Sally kicked him out. You know what I'm saying? But it took Sally to kick him out for him to do what he had to do. He wouldn't have done it otherwise. You know, it's like the butterfly effect. So it's sometimes it's like I always try to look at like the energy of the situation and how long we've been in it. Like somebody who has been waiting for like 6 weeks, which is not a very long time if you got to make life-changing decisions, versus somebody who's waiting like 9 months to a year. That's when I'm like, okay, now the energy here is stagnant. Things are not moving forward. The cards aren't indicating anything is changing quickly. So but then and then what happens is you forget about it, you move on with your life, you're not thinking about it, and bam, you run into them somewhere. That happens. But then that's typical of what law of attraction says. Once you forget about it and you're on to something else, that's when it shows up. So it's the whole thing about letting go, which I think most people are very hard at letting go. Allison, career reading. I'm going to job hunt. I'm not happy with my job anymore. Okay, let's see. Okay, listen to your intuition. You have the Eight of Pentacles here, which is it indicates learning a new skill, or this even could be on the job training at a new job. Six of Pentacles, finding a job that appreciates you more or compensates you better. You have the Happiness card coming in. It's going to take a minute though. Sun is in reverse. You're no longer holding yourself back. You might even be thinking about doing something on your own, something practical that you're focused on as a side business in the meantime. Feeling prepared, you're going to have options. If you go out job hunting, you're going to get options, and you're going to take something that you get better compensated, making more money and more respect. You'll find it. It may take a minute, but you're going to get it. Kira, does Dejan and I, general for Dejan and I, does he miss me? He does miss you, but it looks like he's holding himself back because he's afraid of that it wouldn't go anywhere, or there's nowhere else for it to go. And it does show that he's walked away and he's trying to move on to greener pastures. I don't know if he's seeing anyone else. I'm not seeing anyone here right now, but he may feel like the relationship with you, he may feel like you've moved on. I don't know, there's a little bit of a disconnect here between you and him, the way that he's feeling. He cares very much about you, there's no doubt. You've got the love cup full. You've got the Justice card here, which is good karma, and divine timing could bring the two of you back together. Things could change for the better quickly with the Eight of Swords, but he may be feeling a little bit negative towards the situation, like feeling like it's not going to go anywhere, or he's lost his chance. It's more about him than it is about you. It's not like he feels like negative towards you. He may feel like I've given up my chance, or I lost my shot. Kayla, how does AW feel after our blow up? Not real happy. There's regret. There's a demon here. Could be jealousy. Could be anger. Um, not listening to their intuition. Feeling like the love interest has run out, or they're throwing their hands up in the air. Slow and steady wins the race to fix this. It's going to be a little bit messy from here on in for a while. Mustafa, you said the B-man looks up to me. Why is this? I think because of your spiritual practices. I think he really wants to learn what you have to offer. And I think that he feels like you know how to make things happen in your life, and he wants to be able to do that. That's why he looks up to you. He feels like you have it all going on, and he wants to feel like that. And I don't think he does. I don't think he feels like he's capable of much. Which is, I mean, it's sad, but I understand it. You know, like he may be new to all this stuff, and it seems like a little bit up over his head. Mel, you could close them. Thanks. Cancerian, my mom and dad are not married. I'm a bastard. My father was not there growing up. I'm not married to Avery's dad. I think it's okay. And you know what? The thing is that next of kin, it doesn't make a difference. If his name is on your birth certificate, if he's taken responsibility for you, that's just the way it works. That's why, I don't know if you were here yesterday when I was saying, that's why I really wanted to go for a paternity test with Avery, because if God forbid anything happens to her father, she's entitled to his Social Security. And that's because she's his child. You know what I mean? It doesn't make a difference. It doesn't make a difference if he lives here with me or if he doesn't, or if he's the best father in the world or he isn't. The court doesn't look at it like that. I mean, I don't know if you're here in the States, but that's how it is here. That's why it was advised to me, you know, because I'm very like carefree about things. I'm like, okay, so we're not married. Who cares? Okay, so, you know, but then I was like, you know what? Like, this is my kid, and this is like, I don't want her to pay for it because I'm carefree and a little bit scattered. And if God forbid something should happen to him, she's entitled to his Social Security, I believe, until she's 18 or 21 or something like that. And, you know, we're not 20. So God knows that if God forbid something should happen, she's his daughter. I don't believe that his siblings are going to get anything. So I think that you're entitled to what you're entitled to, whether he was a great father or not. That doesn't matter. You know, this is just how the law works. So anyway, that's why it was important to me too. I'm like, I know you're the father. I know there's been no one else, but I was really in favor of having a paternity test done. This way, there is nobody else can turn around and say, well, we don't even know if she's his, you know, because, you know, you always got to have somebody show up, because that's how sometimes it's usually women. Well, we don't know if it's his. Well, how do we know? Well, you know what? You don't really know until people are married either, because all kinds of shit goes down. And don't tell me no, because I'm read cards for a living. But that's why you know, if he signed the birth certificate and he is your father, you're entitled to it. Siblings aren't. So just hang in there. Mustafa. Oh, relax. General guidance. Excuse me. What are we barking at? Look at that head barking. Look at that. What's going on back there, Dylan? You need water? Okay. Let me get him some water. I don't want to make him wait. I've been stingy on the water lately because Avery gets into the dish. Okay, general guidance from Mustafa. You got good stuff happening here. I don't think you have anything to worry about. First thing, soulmate relationship comes in, makes your life feel well balanced. Feeling successful around your soulmate connection, possibly with a fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Walking away from things that no longer serve you, a wish. Put it out into the universe. The happy home can be coming up for you sooner than you think. Moving on to greener pastures. Earning a lot of respect, Six of Pentacles. Love cup is full. Listen to your intuition. Your intuition is strong. You're on the right path. You know what you're doing. You know what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing. Allison, love read. You're about to go through a personal transformation. With that, you have some new energy coming in. You have an earth sign coming in, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, if you're not with anyone right now. Earth sign comes in with a lot of passion. You have good luck coming in over your love life. Somebody around you right now that's into you that you may not even realize that they're so into you. You're heading towards all 10 cups being full. You also might have some choices. You got a Cancer coming in. And you have a Magician, so you can put out into the universe exactly what you want, and that person should show up. Sun's about to come out over your love life. I'm going to say before the end of the year. All right, Dylan, please. I'm almost done. Alina, any serious love coming in for me that could turn into something? Yes, divine timing is what will put you at the right place at the right time, which is going to bring a celebration around an earth sign, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, that could lead to something serious, and you're not holding yourself back. All right, baby, I'll get you some food. Hang on. Because I got to move that, too, because otherwise she tries to eat the dog food. All right, I'm going to get you some food. I'll get you some food, buddy. You hungry? Julie, do you see R and I still together next year in January? Would the woman be gone by then? Okay. You two are still together, definitely. I think she'll be gone by then. Oh, I'm sorry. Were you starving? Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, Mustafa, thank you. I'm glad you get something out of it. Now, how does Dolores feel about the talk we had this morning after this morning reading Kim and her father's family? Did she believe me? Okay, did she believe me? She believed you. 10 of Cups. She definitely believed you. She felt the talk was transformative too. Mel, I think you have 2 more questions, right? Didn't somebody... I think Cinnamon bought you one, and I think maybe Kira bought you one. a Sag just showed up for you, BJ. That's excellent, because when something happens fast like that, it gives me hope that things for other people are going to start to happen fast. I'm glad to hear it. Mel, updated finances. You got good luck coming in around finances. Practical job or business opportunity that you might do on the side that you're very focused on, that people need, that makes extra money. It could even change your life for the better quickly. Brings balance back into your life. I think you may open up a side business at some point. It also looks like money is flowing to you a little bit more freely. Nine of Pentacles. Money's finding its way to you. All right. Mel has one more. So I'm going to, in the meantime, I'll grab some people that I didn't get to. Let's do Nav. Is Ammon stalking and watching my Tumblr? I think he checks in on it. I would say he checks in on it, yeah. Vicky, will Rich reach out to me before I go to his city, or does he want me to contact him? Will it be a positive outcome if I do? Okay, is Rich going to reach out? I don't think he reaches out. I think you have a better chance of reaching if you reach out to him first. Maybe you reach out to him and let him know that you're coming or that you're going to be in town, because maybe he might not remember. I would reach out to him. I wouldn't wait for him. Georgia, will KJ try to visit me before going back home Monday? Yeah, I think he will. Just Jay, will I see M if I go to Kiki's house tonight? Got a good chance, 70% chance, yes. Mel, energy around the Pisces towards me. Well, feeling a little bit stressed. Is there a third party around the situation? There may be a third party energy around the situation that I don't know if he's resentful of that person or if he blames that person, but there's a third party around the situation that is interfering with it, and he may be angry at that. He also feels a little sad. There's a little bit of sad energy around it. Alrighty. My boy, sitting back here. All right, guys, that's it for me today. I will see you guys all tomorrow. Have a great night. I don't know what time I'm going to be on tomorrow. Tomorrow should be a little less chaotic. I got the car back finally. My neighbors were so worried about me not having a car. Meanwhile, I'm like, I'm fine. But see, that's how I am. It's my attitude with most things. I mean, I get anxious about certain stuff, but it's usually like in my personal life that where I get anxious. But when it comes to like, I'm like, what do I need? I mean, if I need food, I can order it and have it delivered. If I need diapers, I can have that delivered too. It's fine. But I have all that stuff. I was going to say something else. Oh, about the movie that I watched. It's on YouTube. It's not a movie. It's a documentary. Where it was very interesting to see. I know that we all know that money does not buy us love and happiness, and we all go through it. But very interesting, some of the things that Paris was saying that she's lived in her relationships because she's like, I was just so desperate for love. I was so desperate to be loved. and just very interesting. Like she's been engaged several times, and she's never gotten married. And she says that she just runs from everything that makes her feel trapped or caged. So she just needs to be independent. She's an Aquarius, and she loves animals, typical Aquarian. Like I find a lot of that to be planetary. But if you watch the movie and you like see what she went through, it makes sense. And it definitely, a lot of the things she was saying resonated with me. But just to see that, like, it doesn't matter where you are, like on the social, like if you have a lot of money or if you don't, we all go through the same shit. And we all want the same stuff, and money doesn't buy any of it. So it doesn't even make a difference. Yeah, she could have a lot of nice clothes and go to a lot of fancy places, but it still never fixed what was broken inside her. Just, it was very interesting. I find it to be interesting. Anyhow, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good night. Thank you. Bye bye.